So for me, singleness really has to do with your individuality as a person. I feel that as every human being, obviously you come into the world, unless you're a twin, you come by yourself. And even if you're twins, you never really come at the same time. And so it's just really about the individual and having a sense of self, of who you are, being self-aware, being cognizant of your likes and dislikes, your weaknesses, your strengths. You bring who you are into a relationship. The relationship does not have much to do with you. So people bring themselves. So if you're kind, if you're patient, if you have a temper, you bring that into a relationship. And I think that if people understood that, even in a relationship, you need to maintain singleness, your self-identity, what makes you who you are, what makes you a better person. For me, I would say having to have experience being in a relationship, I think I went through a phase of not understanding what it meant to be single. And so when that happens, you kind of automatically want somebody else to make you happy, to make you complete. And so people go into a relationship not understanding what it means to be single, and then put a lot of pressure on another human being to fulfill them, to make them secure, make them confident. These are things that you find on your own. I feel like in being single, you sometimes have to date yourself. Like, take all the good things you want someone to do for you, be able to do that for yourself, so you can extend it to someone else. And then basically, you don't think about the Bible says that love your neighbor as yourself. So even not understanding self-love doesn't have to do with selfishness. It's knowing that, you need to take good care of yourself. You take good care of your heart. Are you unforgiving? All the things, the negative things you don't want to experience from people. Like they do unto others what you want them to do unto you. So how do you even know what you want people to do unto you if you don't have a good sense of who you are as a person? So I think when people understand that, they're able to take something, if they enter into a relationship, they're able to take in something positive than putting so much pressure on human beings and just the concept of relationship to make them feel complete or whole. You need to be all of that on your own. True singleness, I would say, can be realized when you really learn how to appreciate solitude. I think that some of my best experiences have been alone, just times where I'll sit by myself, process. When you go through a rough day, take time to reflect. People don't like solitude. They're always looking for a way to run away from themselves. But if you can't be with yourself, at the end of the day, you want someone to be able to be with you. That means you yourself don't like you. And so in solitude, you can spend time to redevelop yourself, to grow. From the Christian standpoint, even spending time with God, because He knows you better than you know yourself. You said, I knew you before you're cause of that. So even being with God, He can reveal things to you about you. Even there are times where people will see something about you don't see, and they tell you don't accept. But in that time when you're alone and you're reflecting, you begin to process everything. You're like, oh wait, I actually do this, and it's not a good pattern. So I think that a lot of solitude time, a lot of time with God, and even time to just redevelop, self-growth, and listening to what people who are close to you say, and assessing it as to, is this right, is it wrong? And having even role models, mentors, people you can look up to. I think that's what challenges you to be a better person. When you know God, knowing how much He loves you, that you were worth Him coming to the earth to die for, that even if it was just you, He would have still come. People still can't reconcile that. I think that even understanding that it didn't have to do with the multitude, it just meant the one. Like the basic interesting Bible verse that said He will leave the 99 and go back for the one. It puts such a high value on you as a person. You're like, oh wow, this is what God, the price that Christ would pay for me, that He would leave everything for me. I'm worth that much. I think when you understand that, you value yourself better. You're not seeking for material things or prominence. People find a lot of self-worth, or even in their singleness, like they find value in how people see them, what they have, how they look. But if you begin to understand that it didn't matter, or how all of those things don't matter, because your worth and your value is because of how much value God placed on you as a person, I think that it improves even your relationship with God, how you see God and how you see people. And so I think that in understanding that your relationship with God is better because you can accept His love. You can't love someone. I think even God never said love me first. He said He first loved us. Trying to show you how powerful that is. And I think knowing that someone loved you first and gives you the option to love them back makes you feel like, wow, I'm special. And then you can go out there and also extend that love to other people. So my name is Maame Awinador, and I just want to leave you with one basic message, that love is the most powerful weapon you ever have. And love will always win. Love for God, love for self, and love for other people. And when you have that, you can understand life and appreciate everything that you're experiencing on earth.